Hi, welcome to Sexy Stylist Talk. This show is going to be about inspiring, motivating, and entertaining. And I hope it brings you a smile during this difficult time due to COVID-19. I am Luisa Diaz, author and founder of Luisa Diaz Foundation, which is a celebration of kindness. Now, let me introduce to you my fabulous friends and co-hosts.
Hello, I'm Samantha Basuto Drucker. I'm your lifestyle genie and host of Love and Design Project.
Hi everyone, I'm Delana Dixon, editor-in-chief of divagalsdaily.com, and I know quite a bit about celebrity life.
Hi everybody, I'm Cristina Cash, and I'm a singer-songwriter in Nashville, and I'm the special guest of today.
Yes! Oh my God, Cristina, thank you so much for joining us. I am so excited to have you as our special guest. She to join our happy hour.
Yes, she's on point.
This is Wednesday is for us girls to really get to catch up, get together, have a glass of wine or champagne, and talk about different things that we are going through during this quarantine. So, darling, how are you? How are you? Congratulations, first of all, congratulations on your new album, Shine. And also, how is Grace? How is John? How is Nashville?
Everything's great. You know, despite of everything that's going on, you know, we've all been trying to stay positive, John, Grace, and I, and the whole family. And of course, just being creative, making music, and, you know, so thankful for technology, really, to be able to have this time with friends and to socialize. Because I always think back, you know, of past pandemics that they did not have the opportunity to really do this, or they, you know, because they didn't have the technological advances. So I'm very grateful that we could have this time.
Totally. Technology will be able to be now, and, you know, so popular right now, it's virtual. Virtual connection. So ladies, I know the three of us are married, and I know during this quarantine, and you know, we have been locked down with our husband for 2 months. And I know 24/7, sometimes we can get into each other's toes, right? So let's talk about how do we resolve arguments? How do we really handle arguments, Samantha?
So I saw an illustrated cartoon recently of a couple sitting on the couch, and the wife says to the husband, "Must you blink so loudly?" And I feel like that really is the sentiment sometimes. And so, you know, we're not perfect. Well, of course we're perfect, but we fight, we argue like every married couple. Sometimes we yell, we fight, but then we make up. And, you know, we always agree to not go to bed angry.
It is healthy. It is healthy to have disagreements. It is healthy. Every relationship, even friends, we have that. But the most important is how we resolve those disagreements.
Well, we don't go to bed angry, and always then the next day resolve to fix what is upsetting the other person.
That is very, very important. What about you, Anna?
So for me, I would say pick your battles. I think it's really important. I think, you know, things that maybe aren't as crucial to bring up. Obviously, if you have to stand up for yourself, if something is bothering you, if you don't like, you know, maybe that there are a million sauces in the pantry and they're all put the wrong way or something, you know, there are bigger fish to fry. I think so. So I think just, you know, saying things kindly, because being gracious with our words, sometimes we make the mistake of being maybe too harsh on our end. So we can't control the other person, but how can we control ourselves? So watch our words. Are they being said with graciousness back? If you're trying to fix something, if you don't like something, how is it being presented? So I think that's the best way to deal with
it. I totally agree with you, because it's extremely, extremely important that we remember that we are talking to the person that we love, and we have to really communicate with kindness and compassion. And I know it's very difficult sometimes when we are upset because we want to strangle our husband at that specific moment. But for me, I think for me is I'm very much into listening, and I want to listen to understand the other side. And I wanted to I also like to remind myself that this is not just about me, it is about us. Because the moment that we say it's just me, or he say it's just me, then the relationship suffer. So the most important is to say, hey, I am in your team here. Let's fight. Let's, talk about it. But I am in your team. So it is about us. It's not about just one person. And that's extremely difficult to accomplish when we are in the heat of the moment, right? But that is what makes the relationship good, when we can really be able to practice that. Do not go to bed angry, be able to choose the words, be able to put yourself in the other side and say, this is not about me, it's about us. And that is love, and there is always, it doesn't matter how much we love our husband, he always, or we, going to step on his toe, or he's going to step in our toes, right? I think it's normal. But what about Dilena? Is our lady that is single. Dilena, you are listening. You are learning a lot here through us.
Of course. And, I'm not obviously with a husband, but I am living right now in Georgia with my mom. And when you're a grown up and you're trying to live with another grown up who raised you, there's a lot of mother-daughter issues. One of the ways we deal with it, thank God in this house, my bedroom is on the top floor and her bedroom is on the bottom floor. So we really take time at night to just have our own time. And I think that's great for you guys too. If you can take a part of your apartment or your house and just say, hey, this is my space. I need like 15 or 20 minutes just to go and be by myself and just, chill and do my girly thing. And that's a great way to, and then your husband gets some free time too. So yes, I'm learning a lot. I know relationships is all about communication. Yes. And I can only imagine what it's like to be driven crazy by your husband. I've been driven crazy with my boyfriend.
I'm sure we all adore our husband, and we are very blessed to have amazing three husbands. We are blessed ladies. But trust me, it doesn't mean we are not human. It doesn't mean that we don't step into each other's toes. And whoever say it doesn't is lying. We do. But the most important, yes, we do. We are human. But the most important is that you be able to communicate about it, kiss, make up, and move on.
But you know that the wives are always right. The wives are always right.
That's right. They need to learn that we are always right. But Dilena, I like that point where, because sometimes we need that space. Sometimes we need that space where we need to think about it before. And it's like taking a time out, right? It's like, absolutely. I'm not ready. I might be able to say something I might regret later. So it's better to take my time out, go to my girly time, and decompress and come back with a positive attitude and kindness, because it is your husband. It is your husband. But one thing I do not agree, lady, is when it becomes in the heat of the moment and it can become emotional and physical abuse. And one of the things that we are seeing right now because of the lockdown, a lot of women, they are not as lucky as we are. They have been locked down with an abuser. Mm. And my heart goes through all these ladies right now that are in a relationship, in an abusive relationship, and they do not have no place to go. So I wanted to say, what is your take about this, ladies? Samantha?
So, I think that if you're in an abusive relationship, you've got to get counseling. And if you can't get counseling, you have to make a plan to leave, because it's not healthy and it's dangerous to stay in an abusive relationship.
Totally. And it is. And I wanted to right now, in the caption, I'm going to write a number, a hotline. If any of the ladies who are watching us and feel that it is in an abusive relationship, please call someone. Please call the hotline and call a friend, call a loved one, because you are beautiful, you are worthy, and we all deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. And I am very passionate about this topic because, as you ladies know, I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandmother was abused. And I saw this abuse since I was little, as young as 5 years old. So that's what I'm so passionate about, you know, trying to create more awareness about domestic violence. But one of the things, my grandmother is my hero because she has 15 children and she left my grandfather with no education and no money. What I'm saying, yes. And she, when I'm having a difficult time in my life, I always go to my grandmother because I say, grandmother did this, I can do this too. What do you think about that, Anna?
So that's your grandmother, first of all, is my hero too, because that is incredibly impressive to be able to leave 15 children, 15?
Plus me, so that was 16.
So 16 children, no money,
no education.
But she loved herself so much and she had the dignity and the courage to move forward.
Yes.
So that tells me a lot. I think that's an inspiration. It doesn't matter what financial situation you're in. Sometimes people can use their finances to abuse others as well, just because maybe they're in a position of power.
Power, yes.
Yeah, in a position of power. And I think what you've said is a very true statement. You know that you can still have a chance to leave and rebuild your life. Yes, it will be difficult. Yes, there can be concerns about money if you do not have your own if you don't have your own job or if you don't have the right tools to move forward, but there are still things you can do, because being unhappy and wishing you were in that situation all the time is not good for anyone. So
it is not good for anyone. And and she never looked back. Never looked back, and she's thank God, and that's what the woman I am today because of my
cheers to your grandmother.
My grandmother. Yes, cheers to my grandma. But ladies, as I mentioned, my grandmother did have no money when she left my grandfather. So let's talk about money. Right now, because of the lockdown and the pandemic, we are not spending as much in entertaining and also shopping. So this is a good opportunity, ladies, to save a little money. I do not know about you ladies, but I'm not shopping that much. What do you think, Samantha? Samantha, you have great ideas that how to save money.
So I have been not ordering takeout. I've been cooking everything at home. I have not been clothes shopping. I just bought a few things here, but also recycling clothes. I have been making my husband, let's talk about mask fashion for a second. I have been making really cute masks for men so that they can go to work dressed with their suit. Look at this.
Oh. So show us very quick, how do you make that mask, darling?
Men's sock. So you take the sock, you fold it where the heel is. I put some tape here to give me a line to cut. We're going to make 3 cuts. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to cut right through the sock. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. There's our first cut. So now we have this part of the sock.
Wow.
Now we're going to make our second cut. And I'm going to cut the top of the sock. So not the heel side, the up side. Okay? And I'm just going to cut it really quickly.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. There we go. Now, once you have it like this, you're going to fold it like this.
Ooh.
And like that. Now we're going to make a demi cut.
Okay.
And then you can guess later. Voila! Your mask.
Oh wow, I love it. So
That's amazing.
My husband is going to find a lot of holes on his socks right now.
I cut up a few of my husband's socks trying to learn how to do this. Start with the old socks until you have it down.
Thank you.
It's
That
amazing.
is a great idea. Thank you for sharing. Dilena, what do you have for us? How can we say
Well, I am the queen of DIY. I actually drove to New York this weekend and I'm back in Georgia just to pick up all my sewing supplies and check on my apartment. But you know what? I'm into using things that you have in your house. So you bought a bunch of toilet paper and you have your paper towel rolls. If you have spray paint or old paint lying around your house or apartment, paint them, and you can put things inside of them. You can put your makeup brushes in them. You can put pens and pencils. You can use them for arts and crafts for your kids. Just don't throw them out. Reutilize anything in your house. So, there's so many great things on YouTube where you can say, hey, what can I do with this old milk carton? Just say milk carton DIY. Somebody's thought of a great way to use it. So go on and use the things that you have in your house just to keep yourself busy and to save the earth.
Wow, I love it. I love this idea, darling. Definitely, we'll start doing that. What about you, Anna?
So for me, when the whole coronavirus hit, we bought a lot of food for the pantry. So we didn't throw out expired food for just a little bit, like quarterly. I like to do it. And I saw that we had so much food that we hadn't used. And I felt like it was a waste, really. So to make sure that does not happen again and that we're saving money, I have made I've cataloged the food. I've made a note of what needs to be eaten. And first, before, we get curbside or, so I cook just like Samantha was saying at home a lot now. So I think just trying to really catalog what you already have to eat and be conscious of eating it instead of skipping it, instead of, making something perhaps and buying things at the store that you don't need. So I think with food, I think that's important.
That's great. And I think this is all amazing tips. And my tips will be, doing all of that, plus trying to save a little money. Ladies, is it always important to keep your own money? I always talk about that. So thank you, ladies. Before we go, we have a quarantine birthday. Let's see, we have a quarantine birthday.
Yay!
Okay, we're going to do something fun because this is a fabulous birthday today. So, Samantha, whose birthday today?
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños to mi prima, my cousin Doris Bisulo, who's going to join us next week as our guest. Happy birthday, Doris!
Happy birthday, Dory, and we look forward to having you next week and the show. What about Elena, darling? Who are we wishing happy birthday?
Well, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my cousin, Diane Easton, who is 60 years young today and looking fabulous. If we can all look as good as her. Yes, yes. The diva fan. Woo!
Happy birthday, darling. So thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. That was amazing. And I wanted, ladies, who are watching us, I want you to remember that you are beautiful, that you are worthy, and you are in a situation that you feel that you are under domestic violence. Please call the hotline. Call the hotline. Stay safe. Remember, wear your mask, social distancing. Besitos.